Set in 2029, it takes place in a world where mechanically augmented people like Adam Jensen have become outcasts. Many are being branded as terrorists and forced to live in ghettos under heavy police surveillance. We call it the mechanical apartheid.
Miller, it's Jensen. Just getting off the train now.
Copy that. We'll debrief when you get in. You coming straight to the office?
Unless there's a problem at a checkpoint.
Your papers should be in order. Just keep your head down. Miller out.
Adam Jensen is back. International covert agent working for an anti-terrorist task force. This time you will play a seasoned Adam that is more empowered than ever with new possibilities such as new augmentations, weapons, and tools. He represents the human 2.0. Adam will also be playing a double agent role, as he believes that the task force he's working for is being manipulated by the Illuminati, and his goal is to take them down.
Oh, so sorry.
Excuse me, I'm very sorry. Damn clank.
Here, let me help you with that, ma'am.
Ma'am? Seriously?
You could have gone with Sweetie. You get my message about Dubai?
Yeah. I'm glad you're all right, Adam. That ambush sounded pretty bad, man.
Not something I was expecting, that's for sure. Any idea who hit us?
Well, I'm sure your task force will come up with something. And that it won't be what the Juggernaut Collective digs up. Kinda odd, though, don't you think? Interpol sending your team, the Bragg team, to Dubai in the first place?
Miller said they were scrambling. Last minute intel. We were the only strike team available.
Yeah, well, that's a lie. Better get moving. The Collective has been keeping tabs on all task force divisions ever since we slipped into one of them. They've got a team in Oman. A hell of a lot faster than you guys.
So why send us?
I don't know. If the task force is an Illuminati front, we all suspect. It doesn't make much sense to send it into an ambush.
Unless they wanted our team to see something. Officially.
Alcover, si praktisi papieren. Si praktisi papieren na inspectie. Co je za problém?
Wouldn't dream of it, Alex.
Nezastavuj se!
I swear it's gotten even worse here in the past few days. Everyone looking over their shoulder. Terrified Augs like us are going to attack them again.
Somebody probably will. Treat people like animals long enough, they'll start acting like animals.
You say that like there's nothing we can do to stop it.
I already tried 2 years ago. Didn't work out so well.
So what? Are you saying we should just give up? Let hatred and prejudice take over? To hell with that!
I'm saying I can only go after enemies I see, Alex. The men who caused all this, the true power brokers, they're the ones I need to stop. I thought you knew that.
I do. You, me, the Juggernaut Collective, we're all trying to stop them. It doesn't mean turning a blind eye to
Then help me find them.
Okay, move along! You brought this on
I hate this city. Come on. If you're right about Dubai, about the Illuminati needing your team as witnesses, then we need to find out why. Who gave you the order to mobilize?
Miller did. But it probably came from someone higher up the chain.
Doesn't mean he's not in on it. Ever heard of the NSN?
A neural subnet, sure. In TF-29, directors use it to plan ops and communicate privately in cyberspace. What's this?
Whisper chip, custom-made wiretap device. Janus designed it to fit inside the NSN's motherboard.
Ah, the elusive Janus. leader of the hacktivists. Am I ever gonna meet this guy?
Someday, maybe. Right now you need to concentrate on Miller. Find a way to access the innocence.
After the terrorist attack in Prague, the task force asked Adam to look for Talos Rucker, the leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition. The task force thinks that he is responsible for this terrible act.
But still we have no answers. No one has yet claimed responsibility. Dr. Talos Rucker, the leader of ARC, posted a letter condemning the attack. Sources close to the investigation, however, tell me that Rucker and ARC may be behind it after all. I don't know about you folks, but with the upcoming...
Interesting pre-game ritual you've got there. You getting pissed enough to end this guy yet?
I got a no-kill order.
Is that right? Would have thought he'd done enough to warrant extreme prejudice.
How far out are we?
Coming up on it now. Not many spots I can set her down. Got a preference?
Get as close to the ground as you can. I'll take it from there.
Whatever you say, boss.
Deus Ex Mankind Divided is an action RPG mixing several gameplay pillars: combat, stealth, hacking, and social, with deep choices and consequences, wrapped in a heavy narrative. You can play the game any way you want. You can go stealthy, full combat, or a mix of both. You can finish the game without killing anyone if you choose.
Chicane, I'm in ARC territory now. That flyby show you anything?
First section seems to be a mass storage area. View ahead looks like ARC has repurposed it for living quarters. Or barracks, maybe.
Those two things have very different connotations, Chicane. Which is it?
Well, everyone in front of you is armed, so I'll let you decide.
Right.
Today we're going to play stealth at the beginning of our demo and showcase some new possibilities. You'll notice we just picked up a case of EMP ammunition. We support different ammunition types in Mankind Divided, each of them giving you an edge against certain challenges. In this case, to eliminate the camera, we'll want to use an EMP ammunition bullet type. This part of the presentation only represents a small chunk of the entire map. It won't showcase our social hub environment or the exploration that will be present in the final game.
Did you hear about Talos?
Hear what?
They say he's been drinking a lot lately.
You were him? We're responsible for not only everyone in ARC, but also the entire old coast. You wouldn't grab
You can complete your objectives the way you want, and it's key to observe and explore the environment in order to find new passages or rewards. You could even encounter some characters that will provide you more information and will help you. In this area, we could have gone down through the cafeteria, entered some barracks, or gone upstairs. Deus Ex fully supports multi-path and multi-solution approaches.
Yeah. Huh?
Do you think the police will try to come in here?
No. Not after what happened to them last time.
They have training, we do not.
Just stay calm. If anything happens,
One of Adam's new augmentations is the non-lethal Tesla gun arm. You can target up to 4 enemies at the same time. You can also dynamically switch between your weapon and your augmented powers. This allows a fluid and empowering gaming experience. Here's another new augmentation, the Icarus Dash. It allows Adam to reach new areas, even to ram and knock down enemies. It provides more freedom to the player to explore the environments. For the sake of this demo, energy, life, and ammo are infinite, and the code presented is alpha. Nothing is final, and the game will be even better at the end.
You know, I can ignore you better when you're quiet, so... Quiet.
The remote hacking gives Adam more exploration and alternative paths. You can disable or control robots and cameras with it as well. Here's the first look at one of our new augmentations, the Nanoblade. It can be a very effective weapon, as you'll see here. Maybe this NPC needs to stick around for a little while. Our Hacking 2.0, which is enhanced with more possibilities, such as booby traps, new softwares, new challenges.
Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Hey, Jensen. I'm not bothering you, am I?
Working my way through maintenance shafts. Thought it was best to stay out of sight.
I didn't ask.
So you're calling to ask if you're bothering me?
Coffee's on the brew, just killing time. Also, I spotted an elevator. Looks like it reaches the upper units. Might get you to our man. Or you could just stay in the air conditioning.
In a Deus Ex world, we're constantly reminding you that we have multi-paths and multi-solutions to every challenge. In this case, this is a huge environment. We could have come from down below. We could explore by going to the vent across directly us.
And handle Posy at the clinics. I have not seen him do that in weeks. No.
Here's another example
No,
of what the
it's like
Nanoblade can do.
Like me. Hey, did you hear that too?
It can also be used as an exploding device, perfect for taking out combatants hiding in cover. In the previous Deus Ex Human Revolution, we knew that our combat pillar wasn't quite on par with the stealth one. This time around, we put a lot of effort and energy into making the combat pillar as visceral, rich, and fun of an option to play as the stealth one. We've added in Adam's arsenal the Titan Shield. This allows Adam to become for a short instant a human tank and face heavy fire.
Everyone watch my back!
We have much more possibilities now with weapon customization on the fly. You can change your ammo type or even upgrade your weapon to fit with your playstyle. Here we've used an EMP frag grenade to disable the turret and armor-piercing bullets to destroy it.
Chicane, I'm moving in on Rucker's position. You got those coordinates yet?
I'll transmit them as soon as I've finished my coffee.
Don't leave me hanging, Chicane.
You just worry about getting our man. And be careful. He's dangerous.
We'll see.
As Deus Ex Mankind Divided is also about meeting deep and rich characters, we pushed our social boss fight system in order to make it more dramatic and credible. We worked on the body behaviors, facial animations, and the all-around staging.
I'm unarmed.
I'm sure you'll understand if I don't take your word for it.
As the customary final request of the condemned man, please, do not kill any more of my people on your way out. Their only crime against you is their loyalty to me.
You don't seem surprised to see me.
I'm not. After the train station attacks, I knew it was only a matter of time before they sent someone. Please, sit.
This isn't a social call, Rucker. I'm here to take you in.
Our mandate is to fight for the rights of the augmented. Communicate our message, offer assistance. The Ark is a non-violent organization.
Going into this social debate, your choices will decide the outcome.
All right, then this should be easy. Come with me, answer our questions, and we'll have you back here in plenty of time to film your next sermon.
I'm not a fool. If I surrender now, I'm never coming back. Once you have me, you intend to make me disappear. But I will not make Solzhenitsyn's mistake. My people and I will resist you.
I thought you were a pacifist.
I am. But I'm more than a leader. I'm a symbol. That is why you wish to erase me. If martyrdom is the only way to remain a symbol, then even my death is preferable to my evaporation.
If I have to bring you in by force, I will. And your people will try to stop me. And neither of us wants anyone to get hurt, so come along peacefully. You have my word. I will do everything I can to see that you are treated fairly.
You cannot speak to me of peace or fairness. Not when your masters hide in the shadows, manipulating, controlling, murdering without the courage to proclaim their convictions in front of the rest of the world.
Come off it, Rucker. You've been preaching pacifism for years from your ivory tower. Now all of a sudden your convictions are really being tested and you're tossing them away.
No, that's... Permit me to frame this in words you will understand. If you take me from here, you will be murdering me, perverting the cause, and destroying the Augmented Rights Coalition.
Permit me to return the favor. Come willingly and prove you're a pacifist, or resist and prove you're full of shit. You are the one perverting the cause.
You presume to question my pacifism when you attacked innocent people to get in here. I will not dishonor the cause by giving in to you. Ever. There's one last thing. before you drag me out of here against my will. What motive could I possibly have for committing the atrocities I'm accused of? With every incident, the gap of fear and hatred that divides Augs and non-Augs widens. Who really benefits when innocents die? Allegedly in the name of Aug rights.
That's a good question.
And a dangerous one. If you ask it too loudly in this place. Somewhere down there, hiding in plain sight, is your real terrorist. I was trying secretly to find out who is responsible.
Rucker? Chicane, I've got a lot of heat coming through the door. I need a way out now.
You fucked it, didn't you? Now, Chicane. Relax, there's some greenhouses near your position. Below them is a clearing. Can't miss it. Already on my way. Chicane out.
Here, we failed the conversation with Rucker, so that alerted the guards, which will make our escape more difficult. If we had won the conversation, the alarm never would have been triggered, which would have allowed you to have an easier escape, and Rucker would have given you his stash keycard in order to get important information. Now that we fully engaged combat, we will show some of Adam's augmentations, such as the focus mode or the Pep's gun arm. Here's an example of our new focus mode, which basically slows the game down or speeds Adam up, depending on how you want to look at it. But it allows for some amazing results.
You don't seem surprised to see me.
I'm not.
This isn't a social call, Rucker. I'm here to take you in.
My people and I will resist you.
Innocent people died in that bombing today.
The Augmented are suffering a genocide in begins with demonizing us, treating us as less than human, exiling us so we are forgotten, and then exterminating us.
You getting pissed enough to end this guy yet?
I got a no-kill order.
Would have thought he'd done enough to warrant extreme prejudice.
How dare you speak to me of peace and fairness on behalf of masters who hide in the shadows and murdering without the courage to proclaim their convictions in front of the rest of the world?
I suspect there's a power struggle brewing within our organization. Some people inside ARC are less committed to our ideals.
Then help me find them.
Somewhere down there, hiding in plain sight, is your real terrorist.
I can only fight enemies I see.
Then isn't it time you brought them into the light?
Nice work with the train, Shang, but we got another problem. A bomb scare. I can't get into Tarvos until it's resolved.
I've been to that office before. They're in the middle of building an access area connected to the station.
I'll be breaking into the offices of a security company. Think they'll thank me for identifying flaws in their defenses?
Yeah, probably not. The Tarvos officer had a high-tech device on him, the kind you'd need a lieutenant's blessing to use.
I'll speak to the lieutenant here, see what he knows.
Only represents a small portion of the level that you're playing, and we're not going to show any of the social. First thing we're going to do here is we're going to start by picking some augmentations. And for the purposes of how we wanted to show it off right now, we wanted to show off a more aggressive approach. So we're going to play this first a little bit stealth predator and then combat to get in.
According to our intel, Kingpin's office is backstage. You might find something there.
So as I said, he's heading into this section which is controlled by this criminal organization, the Diwali, and he's got to get inside that theater. First we're going to look around a little. We're marking our enemies here so that we can keep track of them as we go through the level. But as you can see, there's different approaches we could take, different side. We could have gone off to the left. We could go straight through and really take these guys on if we want. But we're going to go a little bit stealthy at first here. And we're going to go around to the left. And you can see the cloaking augmentation is back from the first game. And that allows us to sneak around and really look for different ways to get into that theater. Deus Ex is, of course, all about exploring the environments, looking for different paths to get to your objectives. And this time around, we've really played with verticality in the levels. So not only is it, finding the paths and events on your ground level, you want to go up. And you want to look up and be aware of all these different entrances and ways to get in. And in the process, by exploring more, you're going to find lots of goodies that our level designers have hidden and scattered around the level for you, like this sniper rifle here. Again, you can see all those different paths, and even up above, all the different routes that we could take.
Huh? You hear that?
And if you're familiar with the smart vision, allows Jensen to see through the walls, and it's very useful in planning your attacks. Here we've suddenly seen that one of the thugs has spotted his fallen comrade, So we're going to take him out using a new augmentation that Jensen has. His nanoblade can now be shot. And as you saw, we didn't even have to switch weapons. We now have his gun arm, and there are a couple augmentations in his gun arm, and we can use it while we still have our weapons. So it's a very fluid and dynamic experience for you, and it doesn't break your immersion as you're going through.
I get the feeling you're not listening. You could not be interested if I tried,
So our objective, without giving away story, is to get inside this theater, which is, you know, the kingpins of this family. It's their headquarters. And we need to get to a specific office that we're looking for.
Sorry, it wasn't you.
We're going to go in, and we're going to start combat right off the bat from up here.
The worst part is that she just thinks I'm in it for money. Got this out.
So that was the Icarus strike. We really put a lot of work into the combat for this game to make it a lot more visceral of an experience and make it as rich and fun to play as the stealth usually is. That's another ability with the nanoblade. You can charge it before you shoot it and it will explode, and that's very useful to help you take out enemies who are behind cover, multiple enemies at once. We also can now dynamically switch our ammo in-game as we're playing. There we switch to armor-piercing bullets, so it helps us to take out the robot very quickly. There are different types of ammo that we can use. They're all good against different things, or stronger against different things. We just saw Adam activate his Titan shield. That's a new augmentation. It basically allows him to absorb a lot more of heavy fire and turns him into something like a human tank for a short period of time. Also looks really cool in game. But you see, now we're going in through the front door, which we could have done earlier. It's all about finding the paths that you want to get to your objectives. And see, as you can see, there's vents in the game. We could have come around back and snuck in if we didn't want to go all combat. And it gives us an opportunity to explore and pick up various items. We've also got things hidden in the world, like the readables that you'll see in a minute that will tell you more about the world. Things like newspapers, that by reading the newspapers in the game, you can see a lot more and learn a lot more about the factions, the things that are happening. This is another new augmentation, the wireless hacking. So there's one of the newspapers I was telling you about, scattered throughout the game. And the hacking game is back, the regular hacking game, but we have upgraded it this time. It's got now booby traps that are in there. We've got things like fog of war going on. And there's a whole new array of software that you can find in the level that will help you to become more of a master hacker to support that level of the gameplay.
We are following you, They have batteries. We got this. Shock the energy. All you need to get
So by hacking into this was a security terminal, so we're able to actually access some of the cameras. We can turn them off. It'll make our route through a lot easier without triggering alarms. We can also, you'll see the robots. By hacking a security terminal, we can control the robots. We can make them friendly on our side. You can also hack computers to find emails and read about things that are going on in the world.
Looking.
So here we're going to go up above again and take another look around at areas we hadn't seen when we dropped down. We do have the punch-through wall that is back, enabling us to make our own pathways.
You know this.
And of course the takedowns are back. You can now do the takedowns while in cover without breaking your cover. So you don't have to worry if you're playing stealth that by doing a takedown you're suddenly going into combat. another of Jensen's new augmentations, the Icarus Dash. It allows you to access very quickly different levels, either through vertical jumps or through horizontal ones. And so here we can get up above, we can plan our strategy as we're going through, see how many guards are down below. It is really all about playing the way that you want to play the game and planning your strategies. Which is non-lethal. So we really also worked on making sure that some of the new augmentations are really allowing you to play non-lethally. That was Jensen's, one of his gun arms that allowed the PEP's gun arm. It is also non-lethal. And since we just got the combat together, now we want to go back stealth. That ghost is basically allowing us to see the last known position that the enemy saw us in, so we can actually find out where they think we are, and we can plan our stealth and go back in and really flexibly switch from combat into stealth as we want.
I don't like, come on. You ready? Get up. Let's just get into the shit, bro.
So here we got 4 more enemies. We have another gun arm, the Tesla gun arm, again non-lethal. You can use it to shoot between 1 to 4 enemies and take them out non-lethally with an electric shock. And you can also use the Icarus Dash to really ram your opponents and knock them out and get rid of them. So that gives you a sense of some of the new augmentations and new abilities. Here we are, we're reaching our objective for now, but like I said, we don't want to...
We are human beings. Each and every one of us. This must not go on. This injustice must end.
An increase in the number of terrorist attacks highlights the danger posed by augmented citizens.
I once thought I could save the world. Now look at it.
Help me!
Sometimes, you just have to let go and embrace what you've become. They've worked from the shadows for years, shaping the future, manipulating lives, controlling information. Innocents have died as they play their game.
We will not sit idly by and allow our rights to be eroded out of fear and ignorance any longer. We will not be herded into ghettos and treated as outcasts. We will stop at nothing.
The world is different now. The old rules no longer apply. So much pain. So many lies. Their darkness must end.
should be your fight as well, brother. The promise of a golden age is over.